The Wilmington Police Department is looking for answers in a 1986 murder. Randy Hockabout was found dead in a park on Front Street near his car. Police believe something that happened before that could have something to do with the murder, but who is behind it remains unsolved.
Would just love to hug him one more time, but I know that's not going to happen.
Patricia Rongadez would give anything for just one more moment, one more conversation.
We went from school together to graduating together to getting married the same year.
One more memory with her brother Randy Hockabout.
Me and him were so close. And I've never been close to anybody like I was him.
On January 25th, 1986, Rongadez lost her best friend.
His car was nose down in the little creek by the railroad track.
But this was not a car accident. It was a murder. Detective Joshua Childress with the Wilmington Police Department says some people found Hockabout's body next to his car in Optimus Park on South Front Street.
The vehicle had been crashed or intentionally set into that creek area, partially into the water, and the victim, who was identified as Randy Hockabout, was found pretty much naked and had been beaten very, very badly and was already deceased when he was found.
The day before, Rongadez says Hockabout was at their mom's house and afterwards went out downtown with some friends.
He left my mom's house about 2:30. He was going to go up to the Exxon, get a pack of cigarettes, and then he was going to go to Burger King and get a cheeseburger. And he was supposed to come back home.
But he never returned.
I just don't know any reason for anybody to do something like that.
Childress says detectives have one theory.
Mr. Hockabout had come out actually on the news as being homosexual.
Hockabout had been married and had a child, and then later divorced.
We all knew he was gay. That didn't make any difference to us. He was my brother still.
But Childress says it was the 80s.
A time where that really wasn't as accepted as it is now. And due just to the violence of this case and just how horrifically beaten he was, we couldn't help but wonder if that had something to do with why the suspect or suspects did what they did to him.
Rongadez does not think that is the case.
I just think it was some mean people, and they said we found us somebody to play with, and they went too far.
After 32 years, Childress says they are still looking at all the possibilities.
We get some leads every now and then. We also have some potentially new ways that we can test old evidence that we're trying to explore now.
But he says the clock is ticking and they need witnesses to come forward, whether they're new or old.
So anyone who knew something about where Randy went or heard somebody talk about something that happened back then, even if you think maybe we've heard it before, it wouldn't hurt to tell us again. Especially if it's someone who's just never spoken to police before.
In the meantime, Rongadez says she will not stop looking for answers.
I have stayed on the case for 32 years because I don't want him to be forgotten.
And while she hopes police find the person responsible, she says the family has already found forgiveness.
We have forgiven whoever did this. We'd let that go, the anger, bad feelings towards anybody that we knew did this.
She says they just want to know why.
We want closure.
Answers to a very brutal murder that remains unsolved. If you have any information, please call the Wilmington Police Department. To see this story and other unsolved cases in the Cape Fear, go to wwaytv3.com/unsolved.